Hey y'all, it's Natalie for Not Just for Boys Kit Club today, and I am working with the Burnished Limitless kit, and we're gonna jump right in it here and start creating our own background paper right now. Besides the Burnished Limitless kit, I am actually using this stamp. It's the Distressed Diamond stamp that came in my virtual reality page kit for March, and I'm obsessed with it. It's fabulous, and I'm gonna use it on basically everything I ever make. And so today I'm using it to create my own background paper because I wanted a really light paper, but I did want a little something to it. So I am doing second generation stamping with the Distressed stamp. So I'm inking it up, I'm stamping it on scratch paper, and then stamping the second generation ink of it, and sometimes the third, onto my background paper. So I have a very nice light distressed background that will just give a little something interesting behind the photos, but isn't too like dark or heavy, or didn't really take me very much time at all. So I have gone through the Serenity tag set that is in the Burnished Limitless kit, and I've pulled out all of the tags, and I'm going to use 8 of them on my layout. I'm going to tie them 2 by 2 and put them there in the middle of the page, kind of as you see them. I'm measuring this one because I want to ensure that I can fit my photo on it. It's a photo of our new vehicle, our Jeep at the beach. And it was a beautiful day, and the top was down, and the kids were sticking their heads out. Of course, this was a parked Jeep, don't worry. So it was a fun photo to take. So I'm just cutting that one down to fit onto the largest tag that comes in the set. And that looks like it will work. Just one more trim. And I'm going to chomp the corners so that they're a little rounded and they fit nicely onto that tag. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the string of the tags. And I'm going to reuse them, but I'm just going to use one for every 2 tags. So this was a little fussy. It took me a little while, so I definitely cut a bunch of it out. But essentially, I'm just removing these little, they're like silky fabric tags, or strings in the tags. And then I will use one of them to tie 2 of them together. But first, I am going to distress all of the sides of the tags, and I'm going to ink them up with my, I think it's chipped sapphire. It's like a dark navy blue ink, which will kind of go with that background paper there, which I think is paper, I'm not sure which one it is, but it's from the Mente Garage collection, and it comes in the Burnished kit, and it's this really fabulous, like variegated distressed blue paper, little rusty looking. So that's just going to be a little border around that white background. So there you can see I'm putting 1 string in 2 tags, and kind of I'll tie a knot, and then I will tie a bow. Again, like I said, this took a little bit of time. It was a little fiddly, but it was worth it. I really like the way it looks. And then the ends were kind of like wonky from where they were originally tied on the tags. So I trimmed them off, and then you see I have a lighter right there. It's a little rechargeable electric lighter, and I'm just going to use it to singe the end of the string so that they don't unravel anymore. I also added a little dot of glue in the knot because of the silky nature of the string. It definitely would not have held in that little bow. So I went through and added a little bit of Nuvo adhesive to all of the knots. So there I'm just singeing the tips of the string so that they don't unravel. And that's it. That's what the look I'm going for. So it's going to fit the photo nicely, and I'm super happy with how that looks. So I'm basically going to give that same treatment to all of the tags on the page. And now I'm just kind of setting them all on there to see which tags should pair up with one another. So I kind of put a brown or tan tag with a blue tag in every situation. And I'm just wanting to make sure that they're variegated, and like I don't have 2 similar tags side by side. So that blue and brown right there obviously were too similar, so I changed them up. But there you can see the final completed tag sets. I've distressed them, I tied them together, and now they're just waiting to be put on the layout. So I'm going to trim down the white paper and set it atop of the blue paper. You can see I gutted it because I don't want to waste that beautiful paper. I want to use it again. So I gutted it. I am going to rough up the edges of this background paper now as well, just because it goes with the whole distressed look of the page and the papers. So I'm going to stick that down onto the background there, so you just have that nice little dark pop around the edges of the paper. And I love the way that that distressed diamond stamp worked on that background. I love the way that looked, that very subtle background pattern that we have going on. So I'm going to lay all the tags back down, and then I'm going to use my glass mat there that has a ruler on it to kind of figure out where the center of the page is, so that I can use that as a guide onto exactly where to lay everything. I'm going to stick my photo down there, and then I will find the center line, and I want to make the centers of all the tags be on that center line, as well as the vertical line center, obviously 2 on one side, 2 on the other. So that is where I have moved my paper right there in the middle. And basically after I line up that one, then I kind of use that as a guide to go for the rest of them. And there we have it. That's all 4 of the sets laid down. I'm going to link down below where you can go. Well, unfortunately, I think the Burnished Limitless kit is sold out, but you can go see what other goodies they have left in the store from the kit, because they still have a lot of the add-ons or the additional sets. So you probably could pretty much get a kit without maybe the adorable little trinkets that came with it. These are the alphas that are from the Pink Fresh Studio that come in the kit, and I use them to create the title Off-Road Trip, because it's like a road trip, but we were off-road, get it? And then this is paper 1 from the Minté Garage collection. And I am fussy cutting some elements out of that to use as die cut ephemera. So there's like a suitcase that was blue, which worked out perfectly. And then like, I don't know, like a volleyball, because you play volleyball at the beach, right? And then just like a gauge for a vehicle and a license plate. So all of those things kind of worked with a off-road trip there at the beach. So I'm just going to use those to kind of make it not so uniform and matchy-matchy. They'll kind of go outside of the tags and make it a little more abstract. And yeah, I'm liking the way all of that is coming together. We're just going to start adhering things down. Oh, look, I roughed them up. Imagine that. Distress the edges and ink them up as well. And I will add my Nuvo adhesive behind those alphas as well, just to make sure that they stick down nicely. We don't want anything coming off over time. Let me know if you have any questions down below. I love to hear from you guys. This was a super fun kit to work with, and I still have quite a bit left. So yeah, I actually found some really cute pictures of my son playing with tools yesterday when I was looking through some old pictures, and so I think I'm going to use this kit to scrapbook those photos as well, because it's the garage collection, so it's not just about cars. Like, it has tools and stuff in it too. So I have that photo kind of sitting waiting to be printed and worked on. So that's the beauty of these kits. They're so big. Like, I've already done 3 layouts this month, and I definitely have plenty left to create more, especially when I kind of bring in my own cardstock for a background page like I did here. You know, that leaves full pages that are not used for a layout. So this is a little bit of thread or twine that actually came from the very first kit that I got from Not Just for Boys. But it was blue and brown. It was the perfect color scheme. And so I decided to use the last bit of it and like wad it up Missy Wooden style and kind of stick it in the 2 corners of the layout. And I'm really happy with how that looks, and just added a nice texture and just another focal point, and added to the distress look as well. So I'm just kind of fiddling with that. Again, that Nuvo adhesive, once it dries, it is pretty sturdy and holds things down very nicely. So I highly recommend that. That came from Not Just for Boys Kit Club store. They have a lot of other mixed media supplies and things that are not just from the kits, which is fabulous. So definitely take a look around with the link down below. So I did my journaling on one tag, and then I'm just finishing it off with, these are literally called finishing touches. So these are the pearl ones. So I have the silver color and the champagne color, which is the color of sand, or those tags. So I'm just using my Nuvo adhesive again to kind of sprinkle them around the page, around the ephemera or the photos or anything like that. And that's the finishing touch, and we're going to call it a day. Thank you all for watching. Check me out. I'll link down below. I'm on the blog today, so you can go see all the detail shots on the blog, as well as go shop in the store. I'll link down below. Thank you all for watching. Bye.